hate this. And it don't matter how you take this. Everything I do is what I do and I don't fake it. Self-made, I'm talking greatness. You either love it or you hate this. And it don't matter how you take this. Everything I do is what I do and I don't fake it. Self-made, I'm talking greatness. You either love it or you hate this. And it don't matter how you take this. Everything I do is what I do and I don't fake it.
What's good? What's good? What's good? We're back after a little technical difficulties, but you know how we do. We don't even know what the fuck we doing half the time. So get back into it and give them the rundown of what we do. And again, while I share this, hopefully we back up and we good right now.
All right. Before we got so rudely interrupted, we were on the subject of interrupted.
And I broke shit this time.
Knowledge and predecessors. Knowledge and predecessors. The Mandela effect, and technology and brainwashing. And we were talking about knowledge and predecessors, and we were talking about the Post Malone, Ozzy Osbourne thing, and how kids, are saying Post Malone's gonna make that Ozzy guy blow up,
right?
Or the Katy Perry and Missy Elliott thing,
like they were,
where Katy Perry brings Missy Elliott out and they're like, oh wow, Katy Perry's gonna make Missy Elliott blow up. Who's that person?
Like they weren't already famous.
We're right. And we were talking about, before we got so rudely interrupted.
Yeah, because I finally broke something for once.
Is it right? Do they just not know? Like, do they not have parents? Like, what is going on? Like, do these people not play music for them, or like you were saying, or they don't do anything like, welding or, working on cars or, this and that, I mean, do they not have parents to do that for them or show them how to do that or look it up, or what's going on with that?
I don't know. Or is it they don't?
You feel what I'm saying?
Is it they just don't care? Or is it because, like I said, people are more snobby and stuck up nowadays? Maybe there's not no homage. Everybody thinks they're the shit. Everybody thinks that they're better than the next person. But I don't know why, like, they don't pay homage. To me, like, shit like that is dope to me. Like, if I'm doing something, if I'm doing music or if I'm building an engine and another person taught me something, or especially if I learn something from, somebody that's like famous or good at it, I'm like, that's dope because I learned knowledge and I learned it from one of the greats, you know what I mean?
Right. All right. I'm gonna throw an analogy out there. It's like we've had fire for 100,000, plus years, and these kids discover fire and it's like, oh yeah, we did that. That's ours. We invented fire. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? It's kind of like that scenario.
Yeah, but why though? Why did it get like that? Like, why is it that nobody cares to know history of the past? I think if you know the history of something you're doing, whether it be music, whether it be working on cars, whether it be a welder, whether it be a diver, whatever it may be you do, I think if you know the history of it, you're more well-rounded and you're probably more likely going to be better at it than you would have been if you didn't know the past history or research. What's up, Tana?
You know what I think it is?
What's up, Johnny?
I think that it's, what up? All right, I think here's what it is. I think that they want to be the trendsetter and they want to, say that we did this.
Yeah, but
because honestly, their generation has nothing left to do.
Yeah, but to be a trendsetter, you got to create.
We've done it all.
You got to create something new. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just take what somebody else is doing and be like, okay, I do it a little better than him, so now I'm a trendsetter. But if you took what that person did and didn't put
that's exactly what they do.
Right, I get that. But if you took, what that person's doing and you put your own little twist on it, then yes, I would consider that being a trendsetter. But as of why they don't, I don't really want to call it pay homage, as why they don't research the trade they're in or the things they do or work in, I don't know. Like, I like knowledge. So
Like I like knowledge too,
you like to plug your camera back
you know,
in
but
too.
not everybody does.
Right.
Not everybody does.
But then how can you be so naive to sit there and say that, like you're the greatest or you're setting a trend or something like that if you don't research what you're doing? And if you guys got something to say, remember, get in the comments. We like to see other people's thoughts on this. And remember, like, share, and subscribe. You'll get notified every time we go live. Plus, remember, we do this every Friday at 12 a.m.
Graveyard shift.
Graveyard shift. Where is your camera? I hear you, but
you can hear me?
yeah,
but you can't see me.
Yeah, see, we always doing technical shit.
Yeah, we're here breaking stuff. So give me a second here. We'll get it straight.
Did just tell you that I had to get my tooth pulled yesterday. We're having fucking teeth pulling conversations.
That's how we doing it?
I guess.
All right. Well, I mean,
no, but it probably hurt. I know that. Did they give you something for the pain at least? Because that shit ain't no joke. And if you smoke on it and fuck your shit up, it hurts even worse. But yeah.
It says I'm in there.
Do you think?
It says my camera's there.
It's not though.
There we go.
There you are. So what do you think it is?
There we go.
I think
I'm back.
I think it's just laziness, to be real with you, because the world's got to the point to where we're so catered to with everything that they don't care to do the research. And the sad thing is the research is right in the palm of their hand and their phone and they whatever. You can Google or research anything any day on any subject.
And we talked about that. We talked about that a show back. You know what I mean? And they don't care.
No.
They have all the knowledge in the world and don't care.
Right.
That's like you said, history is going to be erased because, a certain generation is erasing it.
But then it's going to repeat it. So,
they're not caring to learn about it. Yeah. And they're not caring to learn about, what happened in the past or who came before them or who did it before them. All they care about is the here and now.
This bitch gangster. She said, nope, it did not hurt, and
Feel
they
what I'm
didn't
saying?
give me nothing for it. Yeah, I feel what you're saying. She over there thugging it, no pain meds, and said it didn't hurt.
Like, why are we talking about pulling teeth? That's crazy.
That's what was in the comments. I was reading that shit and listening to you at the same time. But remember, like, share,
Right.
subscribe. And we
But
talking.
yeah, share, subscribe.
I think when it comes to like music, the homage thing, like in the rap game, is more of cockiness, because then like country and other things like that, cats tend to pay homage, and it's not considered dick riding or a thing of that. But when it comes to jobs and shit like that, like welding or sports, I don't know why. Like, I think it's just not lack, but I think it's just laziness. Like you said, nobody wants to give up their pride and learn from somebody. They want to be like, I did this myself and I'm the first one to ever do this, and whoop-de-whoop, no matter what type of job or trade it is.
That's stupid though. You know what I mean? Like, that's stupid.
I mean, it is stupid, but
are you so against knowledge that you just go, oh well, you guys are old heads and I ain't listening to no old head? Like, is that what it is? You're just so against knowledge that you won't take no knowledge from nobody?
There's a lot of people like that, dude. There's a lot of cocky people in this world nowadays that don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I don't want to call them fried, but there's a lot of people that are just cocky, bro. Like, they'd rather not get the knowledge and fuck up than, I guess, suck up their pride and learn how to do whatever it is the right way.
that's going to create a whole population of idiots. We ain't doing it the right way, so we gonna do it our way, and your way's better, right? You know, that's what you're saying. You're saying their way's better, and you know they go do it their own way, and that creates a whole generation of idiots.
I mean, yeah, you're right, but it is what it is.
I mean, I don't want to sound like that, but I mean, that's ignorant thinking, and you can't tell me it's not.
I never said it wasn't, but
You know that's
it is what it is, like I said. And I don't really think it's just, the younger generation. Like some of the older generation are falling into that category too now. It's almost like they said, oh, it's cool to be lazy and, whoop de whoop, or however you want to put it. Like because the younger generation is doing it or this generation's doing it, so now I'm gonna do it. Like like it's normal. I don't know. Me,
yeah. I
like,
feel what you're
I'm
saying.
the type of person, like, I like knowledge so much that, like, when I watch TV or anything like that, like, I can't get into too many movies and shit. Like, I gotta watch documentaries and things of that nature. It's gotta be real life stuff or it's not intriguing to me because, like, if I watch a movie and dude got a nine, but he shoot off fucking 100 shots and ain't never changed a clip once. I'm sitting here watching this movie. I'm like, the motherfucker ain't even reload that gun one time, and they only take 9 shots, and this motherfucker done shot like 50 shots. You know what I'm saying? Like it kills it for me.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
So
You know, I'm a knowledge guy myself. You know what I mean, and you know, especially being a music producer. You know what I mean. I like to know where stuff comes from.
right,
I like to know where that sample, was taken from, or who did it originally. You know, I'll go back and listen to the whole original song. You know what I mean? Like I I don't understand that. You know what I mean? And I like to learn new things. Like I wanted to learn graphic design, so I picked that up and studied some courses on that. I wanted to learn guitar, so I picked that up and studied some courses on that. And
right,
I dug a little deeper and seen who was doing what, and how did we get to this point where they don't care about anything? Yeah, all right. My parents, raised me up and they play old music, or my grandparents, we'd be cleaning the house Saturdays and they throw on the old jams, and I grew up on that, you know what I mean? And I'm like, as I got older, I'm like, okay, let me find out who that is, and we had records,
right. Would you freeze on me again? What the fuck? There's motherfucking internet issues he been having problems with. But remember, we do this every motherfucking Friday at 12 o'clock a.m. every motherfucking Friday on Graveyard Shift. So remember, like, share, subscribe, and try to hit him up or get him back in here. I don't know what's going on, but we talking about a couple things tonight, this morning, whatever you want to call it. Talking about, yeah, he must have got booted again. Let me send him an invite. We're talking about the Mandela effect. We're talking about knowledge and predecessors. And we're talking about technology and brainwashing are the subjects on the night. See what the fuck going on. Let me send him another one. See if it'll let him back in here. Internet in our town been fucked up tonight. I done got booted once. He done got booted once. Here he comes. There he is.
hey,
Yeah,
back at it.
that's
All
what
right,
I
what I
said.
missed?
Nah, I was just touching up on. We do this every Friday at midnight, 12 a.m. Morning or late night,
Eastern
whatever you
Standard
want to
Time.
call it, Eastern Standard Time. Like, share, and subscribe, and I refreshed them on what we was talking about. Was that professional?
That was very professional.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Remember, get in the comments, chat along with us when we talking about these subjects, and remember, throw up random subjects. We might talk about them on a future show with Dusty and Dirt.
Right. Or we might talk about them right now.
Yeah, you never know.
Dusty and Dirt.
We get all over the place. Remember, share these feeds everywhere. Every motherfucking where. But yeah, I don't know. And it's
right.
not just in music either, though. Like, it's in everything. It's almost like, kind of like when we were speaking about the...
Yeah, I know.
It's like a cancer culture.
We've become old heads, and the generation below us has become old heads.
Old head.
Hear me out, man.
All
right. And
but I ain't no old head.
The generation that doesn't want to learn anything, I ain't calling you an old, but the generation below us and us, that generation that doesn't want to learn anything, doesn't want to hear anything we have to say.
Right.
They don't want to hear nothing.
So what is it? Just laziness, or
you know what I mean? And I it's cockiness. It's we know everything and you guys don't know nothing. You guys done messed up and did your stuff. Let us mess up and do our stuff.
Yeah, but
we do it better. That's what it is.
What I'm saying is, why though? What brings them to that?
All right. Johnny says the generation after us is disrespectful for real.
Yeah, but it's like cancer spread into all generations now. Like it's adapted to it. That's what I was trying to say though. But I do get it. It comes more from the younger generation. I'm not trying to hate on them, but you're right. But is that like when our parents was like we were rebellious and we were doing that shit? Is that the same aspect? Is that why we're looking at it that way?
But I don't think that's the same aspect. You know what I mean? Because that's been the trope for generations and generations and generations. All right, I'm gonna keep using music as an example. You know what I mean? Like 1950s, rock and roll came out, late 1950s, right?
Right.
And those parents were like, you're listening to that rock and roll music. What are you listening to? Da 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 da. It's been going like that for generations and generations. Right. But we got to this last generation here, and it's not rebellion because they're not doing that. They're saying we're the pioneers. We've done everything. Nothing's come before us. That's how that's going.
But why? I always ask
like,
why.
You dig what
I
I'm saying?
I always ask why, but it's because I like to learn things. And
yeah, but I can't answer why because I'm not part of that generation. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I really don't know. But I mean, the rebellious. I mean, music. It changes generation to generation to generation, you know what I mean? And every generation has that rebellious, this is a new hotness, let us do this.
Right.
And like I said, it got to that last generation here, and they're just like, no, we don't care to know about anything that happened in the past.
Right.
We don't care to look up anything that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then
the past is irrelevant.
But then at the same time, you got people that want to dwell on the past from the younger generation. Like, I don't want to get political, but you know how I speak of like activists, things of that sort. We won't go all into that. So at the same time, if they got, how do I put this? If they got the brains and smarts to go research that shit and put up a fight and deal with things of that nature, why can't they do the same for trades or things you work on or music or sports or things of that nature?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I wish I had the answer for that. I mean, somebody comment and give us your opinion on, what the answer is.
Right. Whether you're young, old,
You know what I mean?
like,
Because whether you're young, old, whatever, because I don't know. I don't have the answer.
right.
And I wish I knew.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
You know what I mean?
I remember being cocky when I was younger and things of that nature. But at the same time, I never, like, I still wanted to learn knowledge. If it was something I was interested in, I should put it that way. Or if it was something I was doing, I researched it before I jumped into it. What's up, Adele?
Right.
That's my dude from overseas. And,
You know what I mean? Like, right. What up? Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Graveyard Shift. Every
it's
Friday at 12
You know what I mean?
a.m.
And like I said, Eastern Standard Time with Dusty and Dirt.
With Dusty and Dirt, a.k.a. Desyple Nite.
I don't want to sound like I'm old and preachy, and like you said on a couple of shows back, like, we're turning into our parents.
Right.
Because that's not the case. I try to stay, with current, trends, and, I got a teenage son, you got a teenage son, you know what I mean? Like, we got, people from that generation, man. Like, so we have to stay up to date and on our toes.
Yeah.
But, we're learning about them, but they don't care to learn anything about us.
Yeah, I don't care
Like
about that part.
All right. I talk about the 90s a lot. And it's like the 90s are a figment of our imagination. You know what I mean? Like
it never existed.
we just making stuff up. Never existed.
Back in the 1900s again?
Nothing ever came out the 90s. Nothing was good. Yeah, nothing was good there. Back in the before time.
Right.
Like, but that's how they make it seem. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that. I don't. Like, it's mind-boggling.
Because
it is mind-boggling.
Yeah. I don't know how to put it. Because I often wonder sometimes, like I said, are we being like our parents? Like, what in the fuck are these people doing? What the fuck are they? Because it's a different generation or a different way of thinking or doing or whatever you want to call it.
Is it our fault?
How the
or are we the cause?
How the fuck could it be our
Are we
fault?
the root of the problem?
How?
Not our fault as in generational speaking. Or is our generation the cause of that problem?
How could
You know what I mean? Like, did we mess up somewhere?
How?
Did we not teaching, not putting on old music, not teaching the kids the trade, not teaching, not passing down knowledge is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, but
is it our fault for not passing down?
A lot of people have tried to pass down knowledge, and just some people won't listen nowadays. That's what I'm saying. Or to turn into a fight, if you try to teach them, like if you think they're doing something wrong and you try to teach them the right way, a lot of people take offense to that and they get defensive and it causes fights. So you just got to leave it alone and let them fuck up and hit that road bump. Not everybody can be taught. That's kind of what I was getting at when I was talking about knowledge and predecessors. Kind of like we've been saying, some people you can't teach because they get defensive.
Well, that's a whole generation. You have a whole generation that's defensive?
I don't want to say the whole generation,
Come on, man.
but
Like,
it is part of the generation. You can't label it as a whole.
A large chunk of them.
Well, yeah.
All right, a large chunk of them.
Because like I said, it's in
mean,
all generations.
Is it though?
Yeah. I know people in our generation that you can't teach
At
shit.
least we know who
We was talking about that on one of the shows.
Okay, well, at least we know who Ozzy Osbourne is.
Or how you don't know who Missy
You
Elliott
know, I
is?
mean,
And
I'm just saying.
Missy Elliott, I wasn't a big fan of her, no disrespect. She was dope. It just wasn't my type of music. But that's even a newer generation. So how the fuck you didn't know who that was?
You know, and like you said, you ain't gotta be a fan, you know what I mean? But you know who Missy Elliott is, do you not?
Right. I mean, I do.
You feel what you feel what I'm saying? Like, okay, I mean, like I said, you ain't gotta be a fan, but you know who that person is.
Right.
You know, and like you said, you know, cats don't know who Tupac is. Cats don't know who Biggie is. You know, and why? Why don't they know that?
I don't know.
Because they don't have auto tune on their on their voice. I mean,
Huh.
like we're running back, you know, to shows in the past. You know what I mean? Like they don't sound like the Snorks, and you know they got that auto tune flow on them. Is that what it is?
I couldn't
They
tell
don't
you.
understand anything without auto tune. Like I
The
don't
fuck you
know, man.
talking
Like
about, Brandon? Brandon said he wish he can get in this convo. Why you can't type? If you watching it, why you can't type, bro? I'm confused. Your fingers is broke, huh?
yeah, man, jump in and say something.
Right. I think he might be
Like jump in
watching
it.
from Facebook and banned or something, because I just tried to fucking write him back and it said it failed. How the fuck you can write me and I can't write you?
Oh wow,
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
that's wild.
that's crazy though. I think it's just laziness,
Yeah,
but I
but
do agree with you. I do think it's in part too that as parents, some of us have gotten lazy when it comes to teaching, morally or predecessor type of things like we're talking about, and knowledge of people before them and
you
the
know,
things they like and things of that nature.
right. You know, I don't know, man. Like I want to be a teacher, you know what I mean? I want to reach out to them, but it's difficult. It's difficult because they don't want to listen.
I agree with that, but
You know what I mean? And you just sound like, I mean, you sound like an old fogey to them, and they're like, take your old shit on and get out my face. I mean, that's pretty much how it is.
no, I feel you.
You feel what I'm saying?
But I remember I was a little rebellious too, like when I come to you and shit like that. So I can understand some of it, but
Well, yeah.
this shit nowadays is ridiculous. Like I said, I was willing to learn no matter what I did, if it was music, working on a
Yeah, you
car.
sat down and paid attention to short attention spans. That's what I'm blaming it on.
Well, then if you want to compare
Short
music,
attention
if you want to
spans.
compare music to that, then that's a definite, because every song went from like being 5 minutes long to like 2.5 to 3 minutes now, like jingles.
Right. Short attention spans. I mean, like they don't have the time or patience to, sit through anything.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's why TikTok's so popular. That's why Vine was so popular. That's why what's the other one that had the little short videos on it?
I know what
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't think about what it is.
them little 15-second videos that you get, and that's all they can pay attention to.
Right.
Because that's all they turned into goldfish.
TikTok's a motherfucker.
They got 15-second.
That's like the biggest 15 60 second site right now. Them motherfuckers blowing up. Everybody wants to see a video with music behind it, and that's the shit.
Yeah, I feel it. I'm not knocking them for that. I'm just saying their attention spans is short.
Right.
I mean, you ain't got the time or patience to sit through nothing.
I get that.
And that's fine. That's fine.
But you're pinpointing it to like one generation. But I get it. It's more relevant in that generation now.
Right.
They switched up my whole fucking.
But
go ahead.
what are you doing over there in the Starship Enterprise?
They fucking, when the last show crashed, they fucking fucked up and changed the fucking episode number and all that, and it's fucking with my OCD. I'll just put all the information back in later. I just wanted to change it to episode 5. It's on episode 4 on some retard shit. You know how we break shit. Technical difficulties. But continue.
All the time.
Right.
We need to get it together.
I'm trying, bro.
We need to get it together.
I be getting high, bro.
All right. Well, that brings me to the. All right. That brings me to our second subject, which is the Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect.
They're trying to. Mandela effect. All right, let me look this up real quick just so my information is correct on this.
But I know what the fuck you're
wanna,
talking about, but you just want to describe it
wrong.
better to them. It's something that existed back in the day. We all seen with our own eyes or watch, but they're trying to say it's slightly different or never existed. But it was named after Mandela being in prison all them years.
All right. Right. All right. Let me get my information. All right. 2010, Mandela effect started.
Right.
Okay. And this lady by the name of Fiona Broom.
Right.
Broom or Broom, or it's one of those.
Thought that Nelson Mandela died.
She thought, Nelson Mandela. Yeah. But he didn't die till 2013.
Right. He was just in prison.
So it triggered, he was in prison, but it triggered other, what if, this didn't happen? Or like the Berenstain Bears.
You mean the Berenstain Bears?
That's a good one right there. Yeah, them. Right? Or, all right, let me go to this list here because there's a lot of them. All right, I'm gonna crack off a few of them here. All right, Mandela. All right, there was no such thing as Jiffy peanut butter. It was this Jif, always.
What?
But I distinctly remember, in the 90s,
Jiffy.
It was Jiffy.
It's always been Jiffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Jiffy.
I'm gonna look up some Mandela effects they're talking about.
It never existed. You know what I mean? Like, all right, here's another one. Curious George never had a tail.
The fuck if he didn't?
The little monkey, Curious George. No, he never had a tail. Never existed.
There's 44 Mandela effect examples.
Let's see.
The one is Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
The Curious George.
Kit Kat. Right.
The fuck?
Kit Kat never had a hyphen in it. Ever. Never existed.
A lot
of this is advertising stuff.
In between Kit and Cat, there's always been a fucking whatever.
Yeah. Hyphen. There's been a hyphen.
I thought there always was.
According to the Mandela effect, never existed.
Yeah, bullshit.
So did I. But they said never happened.
Mm-mm.
Forrest Gump never says life is like a box of chocolates.
Bullshit, that's like the most famous line in the movie.
Right? 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 But no, they say he never said that line. Darth Vader never says, Luke, I am your father.
Or the fruit of a loom fruit symbol.
Most famous line in the movie. Yep.
It had the
cornucopia in it.
And said
You know,
it
the cornucopia behind it.
and said it was never spilling out of a basket, but some people said it was spilling out of a basket.
It was.
I know.
Back in the 80s and early 90s, the Fruit of the Loom logo had the cornucopia behind it.
Right.
You know, where the fruit's spilling out the basket. You know, but no, they say it never happened. All right, never says hello, Clarice.
And Mona Lisa wasn't frowning when Da Vinci painted her.
I watched Silence of the Lamb 100 times. He says the line. Oh, this is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. Queen, we are the champions. At the end of the song, Freddie Mercury never says of the world.
Yes, he does.
That's how the song ends, right?
Right.
Yes. So you remember
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury saying
That's
we are
how
the champions
I do
at
music,
the very end
bro.
of the world.
I do music, bro.
That's how the song ends.
He wouldn't stop the fucking goddamn song halfway through a bar. It don't make sense. I remember hearing it a million times.
Never happened.
You're fucking higher than me.
Never happened. I'm not high. The people in the Met. Oh, this one's good. Number of states, right?
Right.
There's people out there that swear to God there's 52 states. There's Americans out there that swear there's 52 states.
Oh, so what a hey, there it goes, Brandon. What's up? I didn't hear that one before. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
All right, you remember this comedian Sinbad?
yeah, I know they're trying to say he didn't do Shazam.
Yeah.
I remember
All
that
right.
clearly.
They said movie never existed. Yeah, said it never existed. I watched the movie. I've seen it.
I've watched the
Here's what I think happened here. I think Sinbad bought up all the copies of that movie.
Right.
Because he put out a challenge that said he paid anybody that found a copy of that movie $1,000 out of his pocket.
Right, I remember
He
that.
bought all those movies.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, you just go buy up all the copies and then put out a challenge like, oh yeah, you know, I'll give you $1,000 if you find a copy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what I'm thinking, you know, to happen there.
So you think he did it? He bought all the
Let me see
copies
what else
and
we
did
got
that
here.
shit on purpose,
'Cause-
just to fuck with people.
That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I can dig it.
All right, this is a good one. The Space Shuttle Challenger explosion. All right, it happened in January
With
28th,
the teacher on it.
1986.
With the fucking
Okay.
school teacher on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
when
that.
it blew up.
That's why it's
It
stuck
happened
in
in
my
86.
mind. Right.
Yeah, so do I. I watched it blow up on TV. All right, but people are saying it happened in 1984 or 85.
See, this motherfucker said Kazam, not Shazam. I remember.
You know,
I thought
and-
it was. I remember.
All right, no, Kazam was with Shaq.
Yeah.
Shazam is with Sinbad.
Right. That's what I thought.
There was two Genie movies,
Right.
and they came out at the same time,
Right.
or around the same time.
Right.
You know, and in the 90s, I remember watching both of them.
I remember that too.
You know what I mean? And I don't.
I'm gonna take a picture of us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Photo.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
Hey.
I was taking pictures of stuff, so I could keep track of my program analytics, so I know what's going on.
Right. All right. This is a good one. All right. The Mr. Rogers theme song. It's not, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yes, it is. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
He specifically
A beautiful
says
day in the
no, it's not.
neighborhood. I swear it was.
No, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
You might be right, because he
That's what he
was being
says.
all
It's a
proper.
beautiful day in this
He
neighborhood.
was being all proper and shit, so you might be right.
And
Let us know what
but
y'all
we all
think in the
remember
comments.
it as it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
And remember, we got different subjects. We pick 3 subjects every
You know,
Friday on Graveyard Shift at 12 a.m. Night or morning, whatever you want to call it.
right. All right. Now, here's my thing. Are we being gaslighted, or is this the real deal?
But if they're gaslighting
You know what I mean?
us,
Because I specifically remember, things from what?
if they're
Spit it out.
gaslighting us, why are they gaslighting us on things so small to distract us from bigger things? Then is that like the theory you're getting at?
I don't know, but if
You
you
would
make
be
us all seem crazy, we're easier to control, right?
you would be great on weed, bro.
Right? Like, nah, that ain't my jam, man.
So that ain't my jam, man.
You know, I mean, all right, like, what's
To see how vulnerable you are if you ever need it. That's what I think about the mask too, but I ain't gonna speak too much on that. I think they want to see how many people they can get to fall in suit to walk in line like a fucking drone.
but if you go back and look at some of this stuff, like I wish I had all my VHS, tapes from when I was that age, you know what I mean?
Right.
From back in the 90s.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I could go back and peep some of this stuff. Or, I wish I had some old clothing, or, some old articles or whatever, just to verify that we're not crazy.
Like, wish you would
You know what I mean? Like,
save some of that shit, or
because yeah, because it makes me feel like I'm going insane. You know what I mean? Because
but you're not, because there's
how do
people
I
on
put
both
this?
sides of it. So Mandela effect. Remember, that's what we're talking about. Speak your mind in the comments, or if you know of a Mandela effect, speak about it. He said, if they have you questioning
Why
your
do
own
it though?
memories, how powerful is the manipulation? And mind control is a motherfucker, but we're going to get on that part here in a little bit with technology and shit. So that's coming up.
What is the purpose of it though? Like, what purpose does it serve to make us all think that we're crazy?
I would think to keep us all
Besides control.
Right, control, to keep us all oppressed so the powers that be can, run the world or whatever the fuck they're planning on next. But we go too far down that rabbit hole, they're gonna fucking cut us short and ban us.
But for something so small, like, I mean, those are tiny details. And a lot of the advertising stuff, just seems like, all right, it's cheaper to, take this out, so let's print it this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
that's what I think,
because it's
about that.
It's like, in a nutshell, it's a whole bunch of butterfly effects, if you want to think about it. That's how they're manipulating people with the Mandela effect, a whole bunch of little butterfly effects, cause and effects. They're fucking with people's memories, kind of like what Ill Mind said, Brandon said in the comments. But as of to why, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, why do it with such little things?
Because the little things,
like song details, like "We Are the Champions,"
like you said, because then you're questioning yourself, and it'll make you question other things that have nothing to do with that. Well, like, if I thought this was this and it was really this, then how fucked up is my head really? That's why I follow my gut instinct. I don't give a fuck. I got a moral code I go by.
That makes no sense, my guy.
It does.
That makes no sense. And you know it doesn't.
How do you want to control? If you want to control people, divide them, divide and conquer. It's plain and simple. So if you cause chaos within the masses and it's a bunch of little chaoses, it's gonna more or less be a mass chaos, and people are gonna be too concerned with other shit instead of worrying about, the bigger shit that's going on as a whole.
Or it just ends up on a show like this, and we be talking about it.
Well, right.
You know what I mean? This is like,
It's all speculation and
this is
theory at
water
the end
cooler
of
talk
the day, but
and conspiracy theory. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Like, that seems far-fetched to me. That, all right, we gonna make all these little details and we gonna come up with a big list of them, and everybody's gonna think they're crazy because they remember it a certain way.
well, it's not that they go.
What kind of evil mastermind bullshit is that?
Manipulation, man. Manipulation is a motherfucker, bro. And every like the motherfucking butterfly effect, every action has a reaction. So the slightest little thing can change the whole process of everything. But if you change a million slight little things, then you're really causing a disruption at a lower level to where most people won't pay attention. They'll more or less get brainwashed by it, like we're going to talk about here in a little bit, and then before you know it, it spreads like a fucking cancer, and people don't even realize that they're marching their way onto the fucking gas chambers. We got to get off this shit, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. You can't say that,
right?
You can't say that.
It was just a reference, no disrespect to anybody. Or
all right, yeah. Okay, yeah, he brought up a good point. Or using colors for advertising manipulation via the color yellow is proven to make people feel happy. It's a happy stimulant.
Right, because it's warm. It brings a warm thought.
That's a good point.
Well, think about that. If you're out in the cold, I mean, it don't work for everybody, but it's a possibility. If you're out in the cold in a fucking blizzard and you think, like, close your eyes, or you just think real strongly about something warm, you'll get a slight warmness for a minute. You can manipulate your own mind. So I can see manipulating others. You know what I mean? And when you do it on a mass scale, you really fuck up the zeros and ones in the matrix.
Oh man, McDonald's Happy Meals.
What do you mean?
Happy.
He's got to elaborate. Aren't they?
The golden arches are yellow.
Yeah, but aren't they still Happy Meals?
Golden arches are yellow.
Happily Meals. What the fuck is a Happily Meal?
Happy Meals. Well, he meant Happy Meals, man.
Yeah, aren't they still?
He's talking about McDonald's.
What? They're not yellow arches no more. The golden arches.
Yeah, they're still yellow.
So what changed?
He's trying to prove a point that nothing changed. He's trying to prove a point that yellow is a happy color, and everybody wants to go to McDonald's and eat some fucking McDonald's.
Yeah, I feel it. I get that. Okay.
Like, you feel me?
Yeah, I was high. I was getting too deep into it. Like, what the fuck's that got to do with shit? I was about to say they changed McDonald's, bro.
No,
I felt the fuck?
I felt what he was saying, man. Like, and that's the truth. You know what I mean? Like, those golden arches, you got little kids with you, man. They see them golden arches, man.
Their
face light up.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So, like, that's a good proven point.
Fuck you mean? My daughter is always fucking Dunkin' Donuts, and she knows in the morning when her mom goes, she's like getting coffee and getting me a donut. Like, she knows what the place looks like, all that shit, and gets ecstatic. Because of the little purple and sherbet colors.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he made a really good point. Like, certain colors trigger certain things. Certain emotions in you.
Well, yeah, that's why when you're like in prison or jail, they got gray walls and dim lights and things of that nature. Like, you're in a fucking dungeon. It's to keep your mind frame depressed, things of that nature.
Right. Law of attraction. Smart guy.
Yeah.
It's a smart guy. I like him. You know, but all right, you know, all right, you want to get into this? Let's get into this subject, because this is right on point.
What subject?
You know, what he's, you know, talking about here. Technology and brainwashing.
Oh, okay.
Let's get into that. And
don't be afraid.
I'm gonna start this off
in the comments.
I'm gonna start this off with my Apple rant.
Your what?
Because my Apple rant, as in Apple products.
Oh fuck, we talking
as
about
in everything.
Here you go, dogging my iPhones.
I'm not dogging your iPhone. I'm dogging the people with iPhones and their messed up ways of thinking.
Fuck you.
Like,
and your droid ass.
You iPhone people are bougie.
And you fucking droid people are bums.
You iPhone people are bougie. Bougie.
I'm done with you.
Selling your soul for a phone that ain't changed.
Y'all motherfuckers.
The phone ain't changed in
mad.
years. They added a camera to it.
Oh shit.
See? Look at your bougie ass.
Fuck you. Let me put my nose.
Oh shit, a green bubble popped up on my iPhone.
Let me put my
Let
nose
me not
up
answer
in the
this.
air. Let me put my nose and my pinky up in the air right quick. Fuck you. I like it because of the privacy.
Like, all right. No, you know, I'm not knocking you, man. I'm not. You know, and I don't have a problem with the phone itself. I have a problem with the company. You know, the company.
You're paying for a name, a brand, a symbol.
You're selling your soul for that name, brand, symbol. Like, I mean, all right, when
I ain't never sold my
iPhone 10
fucking
came
soul,
out, man,
so
like there was
fuck
people
you.
camped. No, I'm not talking about you in general, but when that iPhone 10 came out, like when it first came out, there was people camped out in front of the Apple store for days waiting for that phone. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
hey, fuck you, ill minds.
Just to get that
bro.
latest Apple.
The reason I like my iPhone is because we're gonna get fucking copyrighted saying all these companies, but the reason I like my motherfucking iPhone is because of the privacy. Like, you know, like when the shooting happened in San Bernardino, it took them over like $3 million and like almost 4 years to even be allowed into that phone. Like, that's my main thing with the iPhone, is the security and the privacy. You can't take it to a police station, dump it, any of that
feel them,
shit.
man. I ain't laughing at you. I'm laughing at my man's ill minds here. He said, I gotta have it. You know,
I
Apple
don't gotta
could sell
have
you
it.
motherfuckers air and you buy it.
That's not true, because I update like every 3-4 years.
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm a different kind of consumer because I still got the iPhone 10X right now, and I probably won't upgrade for another year or so.
You know, I'm just saying, man, like Apple could sell you guys air and you buy it.
Y'all broke motherfuckers just mad.
Ooh, we got that new Apple. Ooh, we got that new Apple Air. I know y'all want it. Like,
I do.
It's crazy. All right, when the AirPods came out, when Apple released the AirPods, y'all got bougie as I don't know what. You know, I mean, Beats by Dre, you know, puts out a dope headphone, which you're wearing right now. But you know, since you're a bougie Apple consumer, you know, you had get some AirPods, and you know, you king shit now, right? Because Apple makes them.
Right. See, I don't do all that. I still rock skull,
you know what I mean, like,
and shit like that.
Yeah, but people do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like other Apple consumers do.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I'm using you as a scapegoat because, you know, you do have an Apple product.
Typical.
like I said, I'm
But
not
I'm on a
knocking it,
PC right now.
but okay, well, yo, so am I.
The only Apple product
You
I
know what I
got
mean?
is my
And
fucking phone. Everything else is Android. So
which is weird.
so
You know
scapegoat
what I mean?
these
Because
nuts. It's because the iPhone is
Apple,
faster
Apple,
and it's got better security. Fuck all y'all.
is it? Is it? It has the same technology my Galaxy has right now.
What the fuck is he talking about?
It's the same
Ismail.
technology.
Ismail. How the fuck? What is he saying? I smell.
Because I was talking about Apple could sell you. I was talking about Apple could sell you air,
Oh fuck yeah!
and he put that.
Apple sell you a bottle of air tomorrow for 20
You hear about
bucks
the
a
new I
bottle.
smell? You know what I mean? Like that don't make no sense, bro. You know, but all right, I have no room to talk because I'm a Samsung, person, and I've always had a Galaxy.
Yeah, y'all motherfuckers
You know what I
think
mean?
you're
And
better than everybody else.
do we?
You guys are rebels. Ooh.
Do we? Are we rebels though?
That's what y'all think.
We're not. No, see, we're not the ones to go. You green bubble.
You act
broke
like
people.
I'm in the mansion with my iPhone and you guys are over there in the crack house with your Android and I'm oppressing you or something.
Well, I mean that's how it is, man. Like you people with iPhones be like they see that green bubble like ew, brokenness.
He said, no, look it up. It's real. Oh,
Like,
that's got to be fucked up.
I've seen.
He said there's an eye smell and it's real. What the fuck is it? A fucking scent? Get the new eye smell phone.
No, I gotta look this up. Hold on. I'm
Smells
looking this
like
up right
pussy
now.
or ass.
I'm looking this up right now.
Oh, I gotta see. I gotta hear what the fuck this is. Eye smell. There's probably something they're
Wait.
working on, like a scent. Japanese or sending scents. What the fuck? Oh shit! I know you can like send people farts in a bottle and shit and things of that nature. Did you?
What?
What is it? I gotta know. What is it? What is it?
All right, it says Apple doesn't make it, but it's the iSmell personal scent synthesizer developed by DigiSense Inc. is a small device that can be connected to a computer through universal serial bus USB and powered using an ordinary electronic outlet. What does it do?
Does it? It comes in.
Let
It's
me
like
get into
a
this.
Sensi that's USB.
Give me a second. Yeah, all right. Talk to the people real quick while I
He said,
look at this.
"I earn a drum, I appear." Ha
This
ha
guy
ha.
combining.
What? Yeah, I need more information on this crazy shit. Cause that shit sounds super crazy. I gotta know what this about.
What?
Remember, we do this every Friday on GraveYard Shift. Friday night.
All right, the
Saturday
iSmell was
morning.
named the 25th worst technical product of all time.
Oh shit! So it failed.
It failed.
I never heard of it.
Website interactive media. The Sense can activate it either automatically once the website.
Because the scents, they probably sent different scents. It was like a Sensi.
What?
USB.
It puts out smells through a website.
How the fuck do you
Yeah.
smell something through a
Like
website?
it sends through the website.
How the fuck no?
I don't know.
See, Matrix. If you can send the smell, you program it into the fucking Matrix, bro. You program and sense through a USB, through a website at that. You streaming them motherfuckers. That's coding in the Matrix. I don't give a fuck.
That's crazy.
What
I
other
don't care what you say.
explanation
That's
do
crazy.
you got for that? Fucking what kind of witchcraft fuckery is that? That you can make people click on a scent on a website and fucking smell something. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, burn it with fire. Oh man, that's funny.
No, they was fucking with.
That's funny.
That's another example of them fucking with them zeros and ones. It's just another clue. Do I get a point for that one too? Did I catch a glitch in the matrix?
That is kind of glitchy.
Yeah.
That is kind of how you send a smell through a website.
Stream it through a website.
And how does that thing know what the smell smells like?
Yeah, and how the fuck does it put that
through a USB cord?
How you put all the smells in the world in a USB cord? Fuck out of here, bro.
That just sounds ridiculous.
It had to be like a giant
That sounds
Sensi.
ridiculous.
I could see if it was like a giant Sensi room, but it had to be like the size of a fucking 20 football fields and have every smell in it. And then when you hit that button, that smell came out in your room because you had it there burning like
it's a product about this big.
No, fuck
it's about this big.
No. Zeros and ones.
Swear to God, it's this big.
Zeros and ones.
It's brainwashing.
No, they programming you to think you can smell that shit. It's kind of like he said with the color thing. If you look at it and it makes you feel warm, it's programming you to sense that. So our sense is really real, or our sense is what we've been told, and when we feel that sense, we label it that and we get that feeling. See, now you got me all fucked up.
Going down the rabbit hole, man. We going down the rabbit hole.
So if I'm like in the summertime and it's super hot and I'm like Antarctica, oh my God, it's freezing out, I'll probably get a cold chill if I believed it, if I made myself believe it. But I've been brainwashed and taught to believe that when the sun's out, I'm hot, so I feel hot. That's fucked up.
Is that how it works?
That's what I'm saying. Is that a possibility?
Is that how it works?
That's what I'm saying. Is it a possibility? Have we just been brainwashed to believe that when you cut yourself, it hurts? Ow. Because they say it's mind over matter.
Is it though?
No, I don't know.
Is it really though?
I can believe that to an extent because you can build a tolerance to something, I think. But I've been shot and I've been stabbed, and I'd rather be shot than be stabbed because I think stabbing hurts worse. So my point of the matter is there is two different levels of pain that I felt. So if it was something programmable, you would think all pain would be even.
I don't buy it.
Which part don't you buy?
I mean, because there's different levels. There's different levels of pain.
Okay, well, think of it this way. You want to...
You stub your toe. It ain't the same as breaking your leg, man.
That's what I'm saying. So that would...
those are two different pains.
That would make me believe that pain and senses are real.
What up, little handgun?
All right, well, think of it this way. You can put on a virtual reality suit.
So pain's not real.
No, it's real. You can put on a virtual reality suit, though. See, I can fight and say it's not real. You can put on a virtual reality suit that has pain sensors now and go into a virtual reality world. And if you stub your toe, you'll feel that pain in your toe in that suit. So, zeros and ones, we could be in the Matrix again.
I'm done with you, man.
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm done with you.
I'm a see it to believe it type of person too, bro. So I don't know.
All right. Let's. All right. I came across something, in my research here, and there's a game called Second Life, right?
He said distracted child and they don't cry.
These people that play this game
feel the pain. Take that. Your mom falls on me, I feel pain, but if she's bouncing on me, I don't feel pain. Hello, Troy. What's up? Subjects tonight, we was on the Mandela effect. We was on predecessors and knowledge. And right now we are actually down the rabbit hole. Welcome to the show on technology and brainwashing.
with technology and brainwashing.
But we do this every Friday night or morning,
Oh,
whatever
man.
you want to call it, at 12 a.m. He said, fuck you, handgun. Who's handgun? Oh, little handgun.
I don't know.
They over there beefing. What the fuck?
Yeah, little handgun said hi, and I don't know what's going on. Right.
He said, take it.
What's going on here?
He more or less said if
Your mom falls
if
on
his
you.
mama like
Oh,
tripped
okay.
and
Like,
fell on
yeah,
him,
they
and
talking
hurt,
trash.
but if he was cranking her, then he wouldn't feel the pain. But if she just fell on him randomly, he'd feel the pain. Y'all need to play nice in the comments. He said,
Why y'all beefing like that?
you want to braid my beard with your teeth? I had a picture where I had like 8 beards. If you could braid my beard with your teeth, you're dope. You're super dope. Do I smoke marijuana? No, the marijuana smokes itself. I just inhale it. But
hey.
smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day.
Right. But right now we're on technology and brainwashing. Welcome to the show. Every Friday on Graveyard Shit. Desyple Nite. Dusty and Dirt.
Dusty and Dirt.
Oh shit.
All right. So, all right. After before we got distracted by the comments, I was talking about Second Life, right?
Right.
And the people that play this game have dedicated their lives to playing this game.
So like they live in that world, that
Like,
gaming
that
world.
is literally all they do. They live in the game. Yeah. That's what they do.
But what if we're
they
living
start
in a
relationships
game,
in the game,
now, and then we start
you know-
living in another game? You get what I'm saying now? Multi-universe theory, or theory. I said theory. You getting it?
Their theory.
Zeros
I
and
got
ones.
you. I'm with you
Zeros
so
and
far.
ones. The Matrix again. He said, for me, cocaine and various other drugs are the way to break the everyday cycle. That's that hard shit. I've had some hard times, but man, cocaine and strippers could be fun. But that was back in my younger days. I don't know if I could do it now. He said, you guys like the electric sex toys? This cat's trolling or something. Electric.
What?
Only the ones that,
And who's this Marvin guy?
I don't know. He said more like graveyard shit. I think he's mad, bro. I don't know what his problem is.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right.
Is your feelings hurt, bro?
Any publicity is good publicity.
Right. But
It's all good.
yeah. I don't know, bro. Like I said, I'm a see it to believe it type of person. So
You guys piss me off. How did we piss you off?
fuck him.
No, all right. Explain to us how we pissed you off. No, I want to know. I need answers.
Is it because we don't like
And
cocaine
vaping
and
is-
sex
wait,
toys?
Is that what it is?
And vaping.
This is getting interesting.
And vaping. You over there feeding into the comments. He said, you claiming GD when I'm GDK. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? If you're talking about that old petty gangbanging shit, I'm 41 years old and beyond that, bro. We ain't claiming nothing no more. We over here trying to teach our motherfucking kids how to live right and shit. That's part of the show. Go watch the previous episodes. But anyways.
Hey. Wait. Stop.
And if you knew
Stop.
who I was,
Just stop
you
for a
would
second.
know I don't have to
We talked
claim
about
nothing.
this. Don't entertain it. Don't entertain it. Because we talked about this, and if you want to talk like that, go back and watch a couple shows back.
Right, that's what I was
Because we talked about exactly what you doing right now.
He said we from Chicago.
We grown.
We're from Ohio, bro. We ain't from Chicago. He said I put
We grown,
GDs in the
man.
dirt.
We ain't on that.
Killing people is just sad, period. That's just sad. That's not the thing to do, bro. There ain't nothing cool about that. We try to be on that unity and shit, that growth. But anyways, Back to technology. He must have got brainwashed by
If you ain't
gangbanging
moving
and
forward,
never got out of it. Yes, you can
no,
ask.
because he didn't get out of it.
Yeah, you can ask any question you want. He said, I'll rip that stained white shirt off of yours. Stained white shirt? That's a thermal, bro. It's not a shirt. And it's not stained. You see that bitch glowing. You like that? Keep your mama warm at night. But anyways.
Oh, we gang banging in the comments, man. We gang banging in the comments.
I know the one dude talking.
Let it ride.
Fuck that shit. But get back,
what
get back to
going on?
technology. These motherfuckers in here getting retarded on some other shit. But yeah, no, just like the TV.
It's all good though.
Like I don't know if you're hip to this, but like when the TV, you can look up the patent for the TV, and the TV has got, and it was a patent to somewhat control people, like the shows you used to see where like every family's perfect, nobody's struggling with money, but it's a real patent. Like the government pretty much patented the TV, kind of like the cell phones and things of that nature, that where everywhere you go, you see people like this. Even walking down the street out in the traffic and shit. Pokemon Go running around, walking off cliffs, wrecking cars and shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, like we turned into a society of zombies, you know, glued to our phones.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and everybody has a phone on them. You know what I mean? And
then your front facing cameras.
You see it. Yeah, you see it on their daily.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like people just walking down the street in their phone.
Right.
Because they got to see what happens on social media, or they got to, you know, check their Instagram, see how many followers they got, you know, looking at their Snapchats, you know, like.
He said
I don't know, man.
Messaging.
That's crazy. Subliminal messaging. Yep.
No, definitely.
That's. All right, let me see. Yeah, back screen imaging. That's a thing.
Yeah, just like data.
That's a thing.
Companies are buying and selling our data too, that we share every day. Go look that shit up. That happens daily.
Hippies?
Y'all fits it's hippies. I don't know. I ain't even paying attention to what them two motherfuckers is talking about. They on some other shit. We get that from time to time in the comments. They was talking about pulling teeth earlier and shit. Show before that, they was talking about fucking. They was having a counseling session. I don't pay no mind to that shit half the time.
Yeah, they're having a therapy session.
Unless they talking about the subject we talking about, let them do what they do. But.
And it's crazy though. You know what I mean? Like, is your TV watching you? Because
no, it probably is.
I heard they can do that too.
Like I knew, I'm not gonna mention no names.
You know, they can reverse the feed and watch you.
That's what I was gonna say. They could reverse the feed and front-facing cameras on your phones, all that shit. They could be watching us as we're having this episode right now. You know, streaming this. They could tap into a stream. That ain't shit. But what I'm saying is they could be reversing it and watching us as we, you know what I'm saying, do this shit.
Right. You know, I mean, that's scary. That's scary crazy right there, man. Like, and you know, if they have that capability, how much are they seeing?
He said, "I'm reversing your mom."
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And how private is private? Because they got satellites in space that can come down and hear a conversation in your house. They've already admitted that shit. So how is there any such thing as privacy, or is privacy just a word?
Google Earth does that, man.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, is there such thing as privacy?
You know, I can go on Google Earth right now, man, and look at my house.
Or is privacy just a motherfucking word that they give us to make us feel comfortable and brainwashed like we got privacy, and they made up a definition for it?
You know, before we had all this, you know, high-tech technology, you know, where, you know, we can video call each other and, you know, this and that. I'll take it back to rotary phones. When we had rotary phones and pay phones, you know, we were a little more private.
Right.
Now that we're walking around with a tracking device in our pocket, no, we're not. We have no privacy.
Well, no, yeah,
They can see everything we're doing. You know, they can go on social media and you know, pick us apart. You know what I mean?
Right. I should have.
You know, and depending on when you joined a site like Facebook or MySpace or, well, I said MySpace, you know, that's old school, you know, or
Back in the 1900s.
Twitter or Instagram or anything like that, depending on when you join any of those sites, you know, they can go back as far back as when you first joined and, you know, see everything you done did. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's another thing about
Like, it's
online
crazy.
now. You're leaving a legacy. That's how a lot of people get caught up in bullshit or things of that nature because they put their whole life online willingly. They've been brainwashed to show and tell their whole fucking life. Like, the internet is what matters, not real life, if that makes sense.
Right. And I when did we get to that point? You know, I mean, we talked about this and touched on it before on a, you know, different show, but
Right.
when did we get to that point where, you know, that's what it is and that's what we rely on? And, you know, all right, our generation can live without the internet. We can do it because we've done it. You know what I mean? But generations after us, you know, have had the internet the whole time. Could they survive without the internet?
Right. But they've never fathomed, like we said in the other show, a lot of these cats were born after the internet and cell phones and all that shit, so they can't even fathom that was even a thing. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, if our cell phones and technology failed right now, how many of us would survive?
I
You
see.
know what I mean? Like,
If you go on
that's a thought for you
YouTube,
right there.
if you go on YouTube, there's a video. Well, there's a couple different type of scenarios like this, but they put a fucking they like the one video they put kids in a room and they gave them canned food and they gave them a can opener and they had like cameras up in the corner of the rooms, right? And these kids started beating on the can with the can
Right.
opener and shit and was looking at them and they didn't know how to use a handheld can opener to open a motherfucking can of canned food. They stuck them in.
How?
They stuck them in the room with
How?
the rotary dial phones. They had no idea how to dial out. Beef patty melt. Don't even be
Right.
joking around no more and take that shirt off. What the fuck is he talking about? The boy really got face tattoo. Take the phones and internet, they freak. Take the grocery stores away, half the population would die. Yeah, and Domino's and delivery spots and fast foods that cater to us and all that type of shit. Yeah, people want to know how to live off the land, you know, have to like hunt your food or grow your food or things of that nature. No, people would be fucked, bro. Or how to get wood
See,
for
I can grow food.
fires and to keep warm and things to build shelter. Yeah, no, I'd be fucked up in the game. They'd be tore up.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, and that would cause mass panic.
Yeah. Instantly.
Mass panic.
But do you think they set us up like that and cater to us so much so when they do whatever they do?
And my man said he knows 18-year-olds that can't read an analog clock.
There's a lot of that too. That's freaky too. But that's just like I said, they started taking cursive out of school, and every important document we sign is in cursive, and our Constitution is in cursive too. So that shit kind of blows my mind that they got rid of shit
Right.
like that. I get it, technology advances and it some things that they switched are easier now, but at the same time, why are they like kind of erasing the other shit that is supposed to be the important shit that we need to know in case we gotta survive off the land or things of that nature?
Right. You know, that's those are scary thoughts to me, man. Like, you know what I mean? I could survive because I know how to grow stuff,
Right.
but how many of us would survive? How many of us do have those skills that, you know, we could utilize to survive.
It would be
Now, see, we're getting into some zombie apocalypse
yeah,
stuff.
I was gonna say it'd be a dog eat dog world because like, well, at least around this way or suburban / city type people, most of them are gonna resort to robbing and stealing because they wouldn't know how to live off the land. But you can only rob and steal so much before you know you fizzle out or supplies are ended and you're gone. So yeah, it's gonna be the caveman that wins at the end if you want to be truthful. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
good night. Okay, good night. You sleep tight now. Think about what we talked about.
Stupid, man.
Glad we can tuck you in.
Make the population dependent on tech you can take away, and people become get scared and clueless. Yep.
That's what I was.
And that's how you get us.
Yeah. Because then
that would be exactly how you get us, and that's exactly how you control the population.
Well, that's kind of how I said too. That's how if you get
like I said,
everybody to depend on the government like they're doing now, then you have to follow in line like a drone, or master won't give you what you want, and you'll starve and die. That's why I think they pull these little mind tricks here and there to see how many people will follow. We're all fucking peasants that turned into a corporate slavery, more or less. Oh, we're getting banned for this shit.
Well, yeah, but yes, yeah. Are we though? Are we though?
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
We can take it from them, but there's too many people brainwashed, and they got technology so fucking good, and they got people so divided on so many different little subjects that you could never get a mass gathering big enough to do shit. And they got technology we probably never even thought about that they ain't showing us.
I wonder if that experiment has been ran. You know what I mean? Shut down the internet for a week.
Didn't they do that last
shut it down
year?
in a small.
They shut the phones down
remote
for
location.
like an hour or something, and everybody freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, if you do that for a week, like, would those people survive? Because personally, besides my parents and older people like that, I don't know nobody with a real house phone.
No, and they probably go.
You know what I mean? Would they actually survive with a landline house phone?
I mean, they might survive, but mentally, I don't know, because the short attention span and people need to be tended to and catered to nowadays, and everybody's offended. So, dead silence and everything being basic necessities. No, I think that would drive the average person nuts nowadays in some type of mental way. That's exactly what he said. I believe that we are the experiment.
So, all right. Now imagine if they took that away. They give us all the technology.
Chaos.
And take it away.
Chaos.
How many of us are surviving?
None. It's gonna.
It will be pandemonium.
Yeah, it would be chaos, definitely. Like, just think, because technology does more
ridiculously.
Things. Technology does more average things a day than most people think about. Like, for instance, motherfucking, if technology went down, boom, we can go rob the bank. There's no bank alarm. There's no telephone to the police. There's no wire back to the police. Like, all kinds of shit could happen. It's survival of the fittest. It's a dog-eat-dog world at that point. Go rob the grocery store, knock out the fucking clerk. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to a criminal world, shit can get nasty. And then you got the law-abiding citizens that are not gonna convert over that fast because they're law-abiding citizens, so they're either gonna fizzle out or they're gonna get with the program too. But at that point, it's gonna be lawless anyway, so it's gonna be a dog-eat-dog world.
All right, would money even be relevant in that type of scenario?
No,
like, I mean, you said, you could go in and rob the bank, that You
Well,
know,
no,
technology's down.
if you
Would money be relevant?
if you broke it down, it might be at first, but then it's gonna go back to trading like furs for gold and silver and shit like that. Kind of like the old states' money is how each state had their own
Right.
money isn't worth shit now. That's what paper money
Right.
would be. Shit.
You know, I mean, that has no numerical value, you know, in a scenario like that.
Right.
You know, it'd be like when the pandemic first hit and everybody bought up all the toilet paper and all the meat, and you know, there was nothing left for nobody. You know what I mean? Like it'd be one of those things. You got all the toilet paper, you got the money there. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you a hot commodity.
Right. Or if you're in a cold place.
I mean, you feel what I'm
and
saying? Like, I
you
mean,
in a
as messed up
cold
as that sounds.
you in a cold place and you got all the blankets, then you got all the money.
Right. And that's what it would turn into.
Yeah, it'd be trade. It'd
You know,
be
we go back
commodity.
to
It'd be what
everything be trade.
it would be what's in the eye of the beholder, more or less. What's worth trading for what and things of that nature.
Yeah, what's valuable to you?
Yeah.
You know, what's valuable to you? That's what it would turn into.
Yep.
And that's wild if you think about it.
It was once like that, but
You know, and you know,
but would people be willing to
You know,
give up their
when the pandemic first-
technology? Think of it this way: would people be willing to give up their technology, even if it was broken, not working no more? Because we're in this situation we're speaking of, right? Would they still be willing to give up that broken technology for the basic necessities to survive, or would they hold on to that broken technology, hoping it will work one day and just die and starve? You think they're that fucked up?
no, I think a lot of people would hold on to that broken technology, just praying it came back on.
That's a fuck.
Yeah, I
That's a
do believe that.
brainwash.
You know, in
fucked
today's
up.
society right now, I personally that's what I personally believe. I mean, you know, it sounds crazy, but that's how much technology has you.
Bro, not
You
me.
feel what I'm saying? I mean, that is literally how much technology has. Not you personally. I'm just saying
No, I get what you're
people in
saying.
general.
But you gotta
You know,
think too. I think of it in a way that there was two different generations. Some of us were born before what I like to call the technology catering to era. So we seen the conversion and everything convert over. When we was coming up, this shit was sci-fi to us, like we said, and it was like this would be like science fiction if it happened, but then it actually fucking come into play and happen. But like I reminded
Right.
you before, that some of the generations now were born after the internet, cell phone, and all that was already out. So it's kind of hard for them to think in their head that there was never no internet, never no cell phone, never no where you had to ride to your friend to see if he was home or talk to him, or where if you wanted to play with somebody,
Right.
everybody had to meet up somewhere or things of that nature. You couldn't just pick up a phone or do what we're doing right now. They don't believe that shit never
Right.
existed. They're like, yeah, right.
See, that sounds like Stone Age to them. Like we was living in caves and it was the Stone
It was
Age.
back
That's
in
what
the
it sounds like to them.
1900s. Way back
Back in the
when.
before times, man, like for real.
Right.
But that gave us survival skills we needed, though. You know what I mean? If something like that did pop off, because we did grow up without that.
Well, yeah, we'd be the
You
forefathers.
know, I mean,
We'd be the leaders,
yeah.
definitely. I don't really call it
You
two
know, I mean,
different
we
generations
know how to.
because there was a couple generations that were involved, before the tech generation.
Right.
He said the Nintendo
You know,
64s. Ataris, bro. Ataris. Let's go way back.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was the first game system I owned.
The
Was an
Oregon
Atari.
Trail was the first computer
You know
game
what I
when
mean? And
computers came out.
hey, that game was a shit.
Fuck that game.
You know, I mean, that's I don't know. That's in the way back.
Right.
Yeah, but I think the people that were born after the internet and stuff like that, they would hold on to that technology and pray that it would come back on someday.
So you're telling me if somebody said, here's this
You know what I mean?
bread and water to feed your family, but you can only have it if you give us that broken technology. And if you don't, then you and your family are going to starve. They would hold on to that technology and starve instead of get that bread and water to feed them and their family.
I mean, it turned into a desperation situation. I mean, they'd hold out for a while. They would hold out for a while until it got to the desperation point where, you know, they had to have the bread and water, and technology wins out. I'm telling you. And in that scenario, technology would win out.
That's just fucked up to me.
Agreed, disagreed, what?
It's just fucked up to me.
Yeah, it is. It is a messed up situation.
But I think the reason it's fucked
honestly,
up to us is because we were born before any of this came out. So we have a different perspective on it. And I'm not saying that's every generation as a whole, because you still got people
most definitely
from every generation that, you know, see things the way we do, but it's not as many as you would hope for.
Right. I think our population would fizzle out very quickly in this scenario.
Or the government or
you know,
the
there'd be
powers
people,
to be would use
you know,
it as a way to, like I said, get everybody to march in a line because they have to depend on them. Communism.
Yeah, that's what it turned into. That's exactly what it would turn into.
Definitely.
I still think we'd fizzle out.
Do you think
we'd fizzle out?
now? Like I see
you, man,
things, like I research deep into the shit, and like, you know, like I was talking about earlier when they made television and they started making TV shows and they were kind of dictated. Every family was perfect. Every family had a mother and father. You know, they had their kids. Everybody had a million presents on every holiday. There was never a money issue, mortgage issue. Everybody owned a house. That has been proven to be a brainwashing tool. Do you think that's ever a real thing, or do you think that's something they make us strive for, that they put on a television so that we can strive for that our whole life and never get, you know, all of it rounded to a perfect, so we feel like we're always failing, and that keeps us oppressed as a whole and under control?
That is the American dream they sold.
Okay,
you know, because
that's what
I don't know. Growing up, I heard, you know, I know you heard this growing up, you know, strive for, you know, the nice house with the white picket fence and, you know, 2.5 kids,
right,
and, you know, the perfect nuclear family.
Mommy's cooking, you know, dinner's prepared,
that's how they sold it. That's the American
working.
dream.
So you agree with me then?
You know,
you think
that's the American dream that they sold, and that's what they. Yes, I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you 100% on that, because, you know, that's what I heard growing up. This is what you strive for. You know, you want the white picket fence, you want the house, you want the, you know, you want the kids, you want to be the perfect nuclear family, and that's what they called it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, capitalism too is a good way to put it, Brandon. But yeah, no, that's what I was getting at. I was asking if you agreed or if you disagreed that that was just a BS fucking brainwashed dream they were selling us.
It is a BS brainwashed dream they're selling us.
Just like, and when I say,
you know what I mean? Like,
when I say this, in all due respect and no disrespect to anybody, like, because I don't care either way. I got people of all natures in my family and friends, but like when I was brought up in school, you know, you had to say the Pledge of Allegiance every morning in school. You had to learn how to write in cursive. Everything was godly and about God. Um, Among other things, like gay people were shunned even in religion. It was I was brainwashed that they're bad, whoop de whoop, things of that nature. And now after I have grown up, you teach the next generation under me the totally opposite. I almost feel like we was brainwashed to go at war with the new generation over differences of opinions and morals and things of that nature.
Yeah, I'll agree with that because like you said, those morals and values and the way we view things was beaten into us.
Right, literally sometimes.
Like it was literally drilled into
Right.
us literally on a daily basis. That was drilled into our heads repeatedly.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to the point where that's all you know.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's and then the next generation comes up and they're like, no, that's not right. That's not how things are done. That's not how things should be
Right,
done.
they just 360 that on us.
And we're beefing with them.
Right.
Yeah. And you end up beefing with them.
Right.
And that goes back to knowledge and predecessors.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what we were talking about before, you know what I mean? Like it's a crazy world, man. Like,
or is it a crazy
the
matrix?
Way, that too.
And we're the experiment.
It's mind-boggling.
Like Mind said. Remember, we do this every Friday, 12 a.m. Standard Eastern Time, right? Or Eastern Standard Time?
Eastern Standard.
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time.
Every Friday at 12 a.m. Friday night,
graveyard shift.
Saturday night, or morning, whatever one you want to call that shit with Dusty and Dirt, Desyple Nite. Remember, subscribe. You'll get that instant notification every time we go live, too. And remember, speak your mind in the comments. That's the point of the show. Plus, if you got something you want to talk about, we might talk about it on this show, or we might talk about it on the next show. So throw them subjects out there.
All right. No Mind says kids are used to pharmaceutical testing between 11 and 14.
Yeah, that's when they're
most crucial chemical balance in the person's life.
Yeah, that's because that's when a child is becoming a child to a man or a woman. That's why.
Right. That's
the street lights came on, your ass knew to be home. Now parents got a phone calls from miles away getting told by the kids to fuck off, they ain't coming home. Yeah, kids ain't got no respect because you can't give a kid a ass whooping no more. Because it's abuse now. I get that. Yeah, when the street lights went out, your ass was home, or you was getting your ass whipped with a tree switch, a fucking race car track, a broom. Yep. It didn't fucking matter. You knew to be home.
and kids don't believe that nowadays. They don't believe that actually happened.
No, and you can't spank them, or they can't claim that
like you said, man, the street lights came on. Yep. Shit, I had my parents come look for me a couple of times, man. The street lights came on and
I got
my ass wasn't home. They came out and got me.
I got a family member
like that. That's wild, man. Like
I got a family member that's got some kids. I ain't gonna mention no name, but they be calling them some fucked up names and shit of that nature. He's a good dad, shit of that nature. But I told him, I'm like, bro, I could never do that. I was raised different. If I'd have cussed at my parents or told them, fuck you, I ain't coming home or something, oh yeah, I was getting fucked up. And I ain't talking about a little pat on the ass that y'all call child abuse and shit like that. I was talking about I might have got clotheslined in the living room, choke slam, kicked up under the counter. And then I would have liked it most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
I would have liked it most of the time for it to be a little pat on the ass. That would have been nice, but nah. They don't know what ass whippings are.
Oh, that was serious back then.
Yeah.
That was serious.
But it got the point across, and I think that's where we're losing a lot of respect in generations now. That's why they feel as if they could talk to their parents like that. Like me, I'm liable to beat a kid up if I'm around and they around their
And I don't
parents
get that.
talking
I
shit.
don't get that.
Yeah, extension cords, all that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of kids out there like that. Yeah. There's a lot of kids out there that are just, straight up disrespectful.
Like I got PTSD,
Yo,
bro.
I've been seeing these videos. We all got PTSD.
Like I fuck around if a kid start
Like, straight
talking
up.
shit to their parents in the store, I might have a flashback and snatch that kid up and take my belt off and spank him in a circle by his motherfucking arm before I realize what I'm doing.
I had to stop myself from doing that a couple times. Kid just wilding. And you see that a lot in the stores, man. Like kid just wilding out.
Right.
Like, and the mother's going, come on, don't do that. It's not right.
Right.
Behave. What are you doing? Snatch that little bastard up and take him in the bathroom and
whip his ass. Fuck that. I used to
teach
get,
that kid a
I used to
lesson,
get my
man.
ass
Like,
whipped in the middle of the mall and shit. We didn't have to go to no bathroom. And nobody said shit. Everybody minded their own business.
Yeah. Or somebody would snatch you up and do the same, because back then you could do that.
Yeah, or the cops beat your ass, then they take you home, you get your ass
look here,
beat.
you little bastard, you better act right.
Right. I was a badass little kid, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know. Yeah, so was I, but I mean,
I'm surprised my parents.
Look at us now.
I'm surprised my parents and my grandma ain't killed me. I ain't gonna lie, but all them ass whippings taught me respect, though, and that's what we're missing a lot of nowadays. All seriousness.
Parents freeze because they're scared shitless. Of what?
I'm different.
Children?
I'm different. I don't care who's watching this. My kid, and I don't care who takes this personal. My kid disrespects me or disrespects one of their mother, I will fucking throat punch the fuck out of them. I don't care how old they are, they gonna fucking learn. Just like I learned. You ain't gonna be doing that shit. You gonna respect your elders and you're gonna have morals and you're gonna respect people and treat people how they treat you. If not, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking throat. So if any of my children is watching, you already know. I'll punch you in your fucking throat. We don't do that shit. Sorry, I had a rant.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
What do you say?
My man said parents get punished now for their kids robbing and thieving.
Yeah, that's crazy. You can't be held accountable.
It's the parents' fault. It's not the. That's insane, man. Like, I don't. What happened? Where did we go wrong?
We can't correct our children no more. And they say violence ain't the answer, but violence is the answer. I understand, don't abuse your kid, but you should be able to whip your kid's ass and put some fear in their heart when they fuck up, because it teaches good morals. But definitely don't be like fucking your kid up, abusing them, chopping them up, breaking bones, shit of that nature, bruising them. But whip their ass. When they fuck up, whip their ass. And I live by that motto my whole life. And I'm going to teach my kids to whip their kids' ass.
Right. That's what we need.
It is.
Bring the ass whooping back.
Right, it is. That's the whole fucking problem.
Bring the ass whooping back. I bet everybody gets some act right.
I bet they do too.
Straight up.
You bring the ass whipping back, and motherfuckers learn that some things ain't worth that ass whooping.
Right.
No pain, no gain. Ain't that what they used to say? Or is that
like,
a Mandela
I really
effect?
hate this. I really. Is it the Mandela effect?
He said child
ass whoopings
abuse.
never happen.
Go ahead, call the cops on me for some child abuse. I go to jail. You better be gone when I get home. And next time I see you, I'm child abusing your ass again. So try me. My kids gonna act right. My grown ones, my young ones, I don't give a fuck.
Mine too. And see, the messed up thing is, you know, I don't say it, you know, I spank my kids, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I didn't have to do it often.
No.
You know, they got them couple spankings, man, like, and that was enough for them.
90%
You know what I
of
mean?
my
And
kids,
they never did that shit again.
yeah, 90% of my kids, most of the time, I could just raise my voice or, you know, say something or look at them a certain way, and they're like,
Yeah.
we better shut up because he might punch us in our throat.
Yep.
So,
That's how we do it.
right. Hey, but they know, bro, and they take that
Oh,
in
that's
effect
funny.
when they deal with
That's
other
funny.
people in life. You know, I've taught my kids morally, you know, respect. Even the little things, hold doors open for people, things of that nature. But if somebody
Right.
treats you like shit, or somebody is trying to, you
Right.
know, assault you or anything of that nature, handle your own.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. You know, don't start the fight, but you know, finish it.
Yeah.
That's basically what that is. Yeah.
But
I feel
that's
it.
kind of frowned upon nowadays too. That's how ass
I,
backwards shit is.
oh yeah, the parents are held accountable for that too. Your kid gets in a fight at school or whatever, and you know they're holding you accountable for that.
It kind of reminded me of that story that we was talking about earlier when I was telling you about my son when he got arrested and they was about to take him to jail and shit.
Right. You know who my daddy is?
That shit had me dying, bro.
That's funny. I don't care what you say.
Little bastards. I love them though.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. But
I don't know, man. Like we live in crazy times now. That's what it is. Crazy times. Yeah.
right. No, you're right, but everybody's offended
Good, my guy.
nowadays, Brandon. So I was reading a comment. Everybody's offended nowadays, so you have to watch how you word things and you have to be real considerate of other people. But not only for that matter, I was just always taught to be real observant and considerate of others and how I speak. It comes back to like treating people how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm talking about people of like, see, I gotta
Right.
think about how I say this right now. If I'm talking people of nature that are, I guess you can't really say gay. I don't mean it in a negative way. I'm just might not be using the right term. Or if you talk about a person of color, you have to say person of color. Like there's just ways you gotta say things nowadays due to being politically correct and being on sites and so you don't offend somebody even when you're not trying to offend anybody. There's no joking
Yeah.
around. There's no sense of
Or,
humor
you know,
no more. Sense of humor is getting cut out of everything.
yeah, we're not trying to get banned.
Right. But you are right,
You know,
though. You
they
gotta
gonna pull the
stop.
plug on us.
But I'm observant and I stop and think anyway. I've always been like that. Just because you can control a lot by what you say and how you say it. So you can control situations and emotions too that way. So you just got to know how to talk. My man Knight knows about that.
Yeah, most we see I go off on rants, so I mean, like, you got to reel me back in sometimes, but
Yeah,
yeah, you definitely have to, you know, watch the way you word things and you know how you go about it.
right.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, I guess.
Graveyard shift.
Every Friday at midnight, 12 a.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. Every
Like,
Friday.
share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. With Desyple Nite, aka Dusty and
You
Dirt.
got it.
He said, yeah, there's no safety net
The
anymore.
Dusty and Dirt show.
Nah, they even got real cry boots and shit nowadays. We don't need no fucking safety net. That shit's out the door.
This is a true lyricist.
I'm offended that you said there's no safety net. That offends me.
Oh,
Now I'm scared.
you got to go to your safe place.
I think I'm in my safe place.
We're assholes.
We're getting banned. Somebody got offended.
Oh man.
What happened to the two dudes that were gangbanging in the comments?
But it's yeah, that's what I want to know. They was going hard there for a second.
Yeah, we had like 12 people in here watching, and 4 of them started gangbanging.
Good stuff. I like it.
Right. Crazy.
We got live there for a second.
Right. Oh shit. Definitely appreciate y'all sitting up with us though, chilling. As we do this every Friday and get on our craziness and theories. But like I said, spit some subjects out. We might get on them. We might get on them on another show. But every Friday, 12 o'clock.
Every Friday, 12 a.m.
Graveyard shift.
Eastern Standard Time. Graveyard shift. With Desyple Nite, a.k.a. Dusty and Dirt.
Dusty and Dirt. He said, I want to come in and sit in again. Haha. We get
You got anything else to...
They got offended. He's talking about when I was doing the constructive criticism. And I was doing guest shows and stuff like that. Always go live. Wow. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
How long we been live?
Got anything else to add to it?
We've been live almost 2 motherfucking hours. 2 hours of powers with the flowers. Right. I should roll something. Get the hood bumping. So do you think you fall into the category of being a computer drone, a technology drone? I think I am partially.
I am, and I'm not.
I think it's the convenience of it, but at the same time, if they took it all away,
I feel like
I might have a little mental issue, but I think I'd get over it because I was around before it.
It might take me a hair longer, but I would get over it. I'd find other shit to do and other things to occupy my time.
Like a with the Wayet though?
Absolutely.
They probably like, what the fuck it says? I missed this live shit, man.
Stupid.
We be live all the time. Turn up, swag.
Swag.
They gonna meme that now.
So we got anything else to add to, what else we got to add to this? I am adaptable. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm adaptable to everything.
Yeah, that's how you have to be. You have to be adaptable.
What about the $1 million pyramid?
What about the $1 million pyramid?
Talking about the $1 million pyramid on the Chronic album or the Snoop album. Did it ever exist?
Did it exist?
I don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is that what you...
Yeah.
Yeah, it existed.
Okay.
The hell?
What was it, the $1 million crack pyramid or something?
It was something like that. It was some weird shit like that.
Something crazy like that. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. I'm finna roll something again.
Something crazy like that.
I'm finna roll something again.
Right?
Oh yeah. Damn, I'm tripping. Hope y'all don't get mad about me for this, but why y'all be watching? Because Ashling sponsor, we keep forgetting. Shout out to Ashling for sponsoring us. Go check out their website, check out their page. As you see, they on our cover
Yes,
somewhere
sir.
back here. I was so into talking and smoking that I forgot to shout out our own sponsor. Spit it out.
Hey, we be talking.
We be talking. We be talking. We be talking.
Does Snoop really exist?
Is Snoop really a dog?
Does Snoop really exist? That's what your man's might be.
Is he a Doberman Pinscher though? Is the real question.
He might be.
So then is Ice Cube really a bulldog?
He does look like a bulldog.
You're a Yorkie then. I'm fucking done with you.
Stupid, man. We're just rambling now.
That's okay.
Somebody give us something to talk about.
That's okay. I like rambling. We got over our subjects, all that fun shit. I'm about to smoke something. I had a good night. I hope y'all had a good night. We don't even know if we done yet. We just rambling, like you said. But we will take open subjects.
Talking about
what?
We could talk about anything.
We can.
We could talk about anything.
Anything.
You said we'll take open subjects.
Everything.
We could talk about anything.
This motherfucker asked if Snoop Dogg
Everything
really exists. I don't know what.
Yeah, that's what I said.
There's really a Lincoln Park.
What?
He said shapeshifty up in this real tizzy. Is this motherfucker rapping in the comments now? I'm too high to be trying to rap that. He said shapeshifty up in this real tizzy. I think you're trying to fuck with us now. Remember, like, subscribe, share so you get that instant notification when we go live. Plus, go check out the interviews on the page for Shoe View, all the local artists, out-of-state artists, all kinds of dope artists. And it's every night. When again? Before I fuck this up? Every Friday night.
12 a.m. Every Friday, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And what are we on now? Episode 5.
With Desyple Nite.
Yeah.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. Getting high with Desyple Nite.
Good episode.
It has been thus far. It's got like...
Well, Disciples getting high.
It's got like 40, 41 views already or something like that. Definitely.
That's what's up.
Just a couple of you motherfuckers need to be a little bit more engaging.
Good show.
Stop being so shy and let us know what you think in the comments. Or go off gangbanging like the other dudes did earlier in the episode.
Oh, that was funny. I don't care what you say. That was funny.
That shit was wild, bro.
And my guy was big mad.
Yeah, they was like...
He was big mad.
And then tried to say...
Why?
They tried to say we was from Chicago, bro. Them Chicago cats be really banging like that, bro. They be on it. They be like, yo...
Like, why? Why? See, that's why I don't kick it in Chicago.
Go watch Chicago Legends on YouTube. You'll get trapped in episodes.
I got family there. Like, I got family there, and I love my family, but I hate Chicago.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Remember when we did the show in DeKalb? That shit was fucked up. Oh, outback ass shit.
A little bit. It was a good show though. I like the vibe, with the people there.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a dope show. I agree with that.
There's really a Cypress Hill. What? There's really a Cypress Hill too. Okay. He's just saying stuff.
I thought we knew that, most of us anyway. There was really a Tupac and Biggie and Eazy-E and NWA too, and Ice Cube.
Who?
Huh?
I ain't never heard of them.
Never ever? I think we're gonna kill this on the motherfucking 2-hour mark here, so we got like 44 seconds or some shit. But definitely was a good show. Remember, like, share and subscribe. Remember to tune in. It is like going on 2:30 in the morning here for us. Remember, every Friday at 12 a.m., Friday night, Saturday morning, whatever you want to call it, at that 1 Eastern time, Standard Eastern Standard, whatever. Every Friday.
You ever go get that right?
No, never. I'm dyslexic when it comes to that one. We're going to have Graveyard Shift. Remember, if you didn't get to see the full episode, you can go back and watch it. It is saved to the YouTube. I'm going to say it again. Like, subscribe, share. You'll get them instant notifications. Thank you for tuning in. If you got random subjects you want to talk about, inbox one of us. We might put them up in one of the shows. We pick like 3 subjects every show, and we talk about it for you guys that don't know. But other than that, we're going to get the fuck off
and
this.
Everything in between.
Right. And sometimes we go off on rabbit hole journeys. He said, nah, I like the group and actual landmark. This motherfucker. Yeah, there is a real Cypress Hill. But yeah, we gonna get off here. Tell him peace night. I'm gonna tell him peace. Peace in the Middle East. Peace.
Oh,
May the Swartz be with you. Peace.